Today is Tuesday, December 6th. Tomorrow is my economics final. It's less than a week to my film final and a week to my Spanish final. The days are just flying by. I knew this was gonna happen, which is why this morning I'm going to work on studying, and then I'm going to, just like I said I would do yesterday and I said I would do in previous vlogs, today's gonna be the first day where I'm gonna try and teach you guys something. It'll make the vlog better and it won't take up so much time in my day, and I'll have more time to study and you guys won't be so bored. So I think it's a win-win. Also, it's beautiful out today. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's supposed to be like this today, tomorrow. There's supposed to snow Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The weather just turned around completely. Okay, let's get this studying over with and then we'll get to teaching. Sounds good. But let's get this started. So I have no idea what I'm gonna call these, but from now we'll just call it Teaching Tuesday. I don't know. But today, to start this off, I decided to do something I know really well, and I don't want to like boost myself up, but I feel like I'm pretty good at it. And what that is drones. Flying drones, knowledge about drones. I don't know, I just feel like I've been flying for a long time. A lot of people say they love my drone shots and they wonder how I can do that, and so I figure today's a good day to say what I use, how I fly, how to get good shots, and kind of the basics of use the drone to benefit you. So the drone that I have personally is called the DJI Phantom 3 Professional. I get that question a lot. This isn't the newest drone out there. You can buy a Phantom 4, you can buy a DJI Mavic. There are other brands, like GoPro has a new drone that just came out called Karma. When you buy the drone, it comes with everything you need. You are gonna have to have, though, a device of sorts. I use an iPad. It has a big screen. Super simple to hook up, super simple to actually get the drone in the air. You put the battery in, you hook your iPad up, you press the power button, hold for 2 seconds. You press the power button on the battery, hold for 2 seconds. There we go. And from here, all we have to do is just take off. The drone does a lot of the work for you. And when you're learning, I recommend not flying in one crowded spot, 2 cramped spaces, and 3 bad weather. So let's take off and we'll continue the lecture. Okay, so now that the drone is in the air, you guys have seen that the shots that you can get out of it is crazy. Like, my drone shoots up to 4K. I don't shoot in 4K just so that my files aren't too large and I can have high frame rates to slow things down. So to start, I'm gonna take my glasses off for this one. When you do start droning, they can take photos and videos, and the drone captures things in a wide view. So for landscapes, it's perfect, but it's also really good at close-ups because you have no variation of like zooming and things like that. The main thing to focus on when you're flying is to have smooth shots. That's what you're always looking for. For example, you don't want to have shots like this, or where you're moving too quickly, or the audience can't understand like what your focus point is or what you're trying to show to them. You want to have nice, smooth, gliding shots, and when I edit, I usually cut the first 2 seconds and the last 2 seconds where I finish. That's normally where I'm figuring out what I want to show and how I'm going to show it. Now, what I focus on when I try to get a certain shot, I look for my angle I want to do, and the ones that I usually use, as you guys can see, is like the straight bird's eye view of down, and that's a really cool concept because that's what people never see. It's very symmetrical. It has a pattern that usually you don't see from a normal viewpoint. Another thing you want to focus on is picking a point that you want to have the camera on and working with the controls to keep your focus point on what you've chosen, and but creating movement around. Let's try and find something that we can pick. Here, let's go with the flag. As I'm moving closer towards it, I'm changing my camera angle. So what I'm doing is I'm moving the drone, keeping my subject in place so it's easier to focus on, and that way the audience can see what they're trying to see, what I'm trying to show them, but also create this like dramatic effect around it. And then another shot I really like to use is starting close on something and zooming way out. This gives you perspective of size and destination, so you can see what's going on around it or what's close to it. Right, so using this shot, we can see that we take something that's close, and then we can use a zoom transition, or we can cut to way out, and it just gives the audience a feel for what's around your subject. Sorry, it's really cold. I have these nifty little gloves here. The tips of your fingers freeze. Also, with drones and with everything, you want to try and create something that the human can't see from their normal perspective. It's a perspective that is totally brand new to them, and that they won't feel anywhere else unless they're in a helicopter or plane. DJI does a wonderful job of creating a drone that has the technological advances to create the ease of flight and the ease of creativity. I apologize that the sun isn't really out today. I was hoping I would get this done this morning, but then I looked at the weather and it said it wasn't supposed to be cloudy, and now it's cloudy. So to summarize how to get a good drone shot, I'll break into 3 points. Point 1, keep it smooth. Number 2, choose a subject and work around that subject. And then 3, kind of just a photography or videography technique, just framing. You want the viewer to be able to understand what's going on and what you're trying to show. Having something that looks too complex or too confusing, it would just confuse them. But other than that, if you use those 3 techniques, at least in my opinion, you'll be well on your way to amazing drone shots. But enough talk, let's just fly around. I have 43% battery, then we'll land. Okay, cue the music. And then I guess one last thing is that when I land, I always try to make sure I'm in an open space that doesn't have any people or trees. And I usually just catch it, if you guys have seen, just like this. So there you have it. Successful flight, 18% battery. The battery times, that's another question actually a lot of people ask. This one is roughly around 23 minutes. The newer models can get up to around 27, 28 minutes. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but honestly, usually my flight times are around 8 to 10 minutes. So yeah, let's just get this drone unpacked. And I think that's about it. Oh, and if you do want to buy a drone, I'll leave all the links below of all the different drones that I would recommend. If you want to get into photography or videography, I would seriously recommend getting one. I mean, you guys probably can see that the vlog gets a whole lot better when there's drone footage. Thumbs up this video if you think this was cool, dislike it if you don't, but I think I enjoyed this. So leave a comment if there's anything else you want, because I have a hard time thinking of ideas that you would want to see. So leave a comment, like the video, dislike the video, and give me some advice, because I like this.
I feel good!